Hey everybody, welcome to your crypto chart update for November 30th, 2017. Today's episode, everything's crashing. I'm your host Tim, a retail investor and journalist, and this crypto chart update is where I analyze the latest charts in the crypto coin space using technical analysis. Excuse my voice, guys. And we have a lot to talk about today. A lot of crashes, flash crashes you might even say, all throughout the space. Across the board we're seeing negative numbers, and the question is, will these crashes lead to lower prices, or is this a good time to buy? Are we going to bounce back and see some V reversals and go to higher prices? We're going to talk all about that stuff after a few words from our sponsors. This video is brought to you by CryptoKing.org, which is a great source for crypto news as well as these videos. Check out that website, guys. And as always, you can find my regular chart rundowns and my blog, which includes trading ideas and actionable signals, and I keep that updated every day with my latest trade ideas on tradingview.com or on Twitter, both under the name BerlinTrader591. You can also find links to my Telegram channel in the show notes under this video, and if you join that, I do offer a updated trading signals service on my Telegram channel. So like I said, guys, the goal of these videos is to analyze the charts using technical analysis. I might include some fundamental data or some news to explain why we see a sharp rise or sharp fall, but really we're concerned about price. Price is king, and that's what we analyze here using technical analysis, because price is a reflection of all those decisions that people or institutions are making. So that's really what we want to interpret. Why is the price moving the way it is, and where might the price go based on the indicators? Please leave me a message or send me a private message on tradingview.com about your thoughts about the analysis. If you have any questions, or if you want me to analyze a certain chart or a certain symbol, that's a great way to let me know, and I'm happy to look at that in the next video. And please support me, guys, by clicking through on the affiliate links below. If you sign up to any of those services, brokers, bankers, or tools, a little piece comes my way, and that's really helpful. And I do use all of those services, or I have used them, and I can certainly recommend them. Hardware wallets like Trezor or the Nano S from Ledger, as well as TradingView.com charts, or Coinbase for making trades, and some brokers as well. So check that out. And as always, remember, these videos are only for entertainment purposes. These are not actually my recommendations for you to go out and trade. So always check with your registered financial advisor before you do anything serious. As always, yeah, well, actually, let's get into the charts. So we're going to start with Ethereum today, just because I think it's a great example of what's happening with these pullbacks. We did break out of that resistance level that we've been monitoring for several months, around 400. Depends what broker. Remember, different brokers like Coinbase or Poloniex or Birex, they might all have different levels of resistance. It might be 400, it might be 410, it might be 390, because every exchange has different prices. But I like Coinbase because it's pretty stable, and no matter what, the patterns are the same. But right here on Coinbase, it's basically around 400. We did break out of that level a couple weeks ago, and you know, we consolidated sideways for the last few days, but only, was it yesterday? It looked like a really nice breakout. We had the flag, and then we had a breakout up to 500. Now my target was around 520, 510, and that target was hit. So we hit that target. Unfortunately, it was so fast, we didn't stay there long, and probably a lot of people didn't have time to take profits, and to be honest, I was one of those. I just wasn't around. I was having lunch or something, and I wasn't around to take those profits. And that's another reason why day trading is hard, because you need to be there when the move happens. But to be honest, I am trading on a little bit of a longer term time frame, you know, days, weeks, or even months, and I don't expect Ethereum to just go to 520 and just crash back down and, you know, the game's over. If we do breach that 400 level, you know, then we're going to be back into that range under 400, And that either means lower prices or at the least range bound consolidating again under 400. That would be a really bad sign, guys. If we spend 5 months consolidating, right, and then we actually break out, but then we can't hold it and we fall back down, you know, that's a failed breakout. That would be a big disaster in terms of price action. You know, if we fall back down below 400, for me it's hands off. There's something fundamentally wrong with Ethereum, and we need to figure out what that is. But right now, you know, it was a little scary yesterday, right? We hit that target 520, and then bam, all of a sudden just the bottom dropped out. I mean, we just crashed down in a matter of minutes all the way down to around that 400 level. What was it? If I check the high and lows up here, 402. We crashed down to 402, almost kissing that 400 level before bouncing right back up. And right now we're going sideways a bit. If we zoom into the 60-minute chart, then we can see that action, right? We hit that target within 1 hour. We crashed back down within a few hours, all the way down to 402. It was a flash crash. There were no buyers in place, right? And that's what happens in these cryptos, right? I mean, we will get these violent swings because there's no liquidity in these markets. Everyone sells and no one buys. Everyone's scared to buy, and so the price just goes down and crashes down. But what we've seen is a buy back in. We've seen buyers step in, and we've had a nice little double bottom here. And if we can break out of this double bottom and head back up, I think it's going to be an even stronger push to that target one more time. Might take a while as well. We could consolidate sideways until heading back up. But I think that's a healthy sign, guys, to be honest. It was a little scary there, watching those crashes, as it always is. You know, losing 25% in a couple minutes is pretty crazy, but it's kind of par for the course with these cryptocurrencies. We crashed back down, and we hit that support level, and we bounced off. So right now, that support is confirmed, and that's a big sign because it was resistance here, number 1, here, number 2, and we broke through here, and now we've retested that level, and we've successfully retested so far. In fact, we're seeing a candle pattern, an inside day pattern, harami. So what that means is we have a big red candle, and then the next day we have like a green candle like this. And if we can get a higher close the next day, and especially a higher close than the original fall, then that would be a confirmed bullish harami. And what that means is that's a reversal pattern, a reversal candle pattern at a support level within an uptrend. So what that means is we can expect higher prices, a higher probability of higher prices. So right now I think we're still in a good position on this pullback, bouncing off support, and I think those targets are still in play, 510, 520, and then higher targets, which I have 565, and then leading to 700. You know, I could have taken profits yesterday around 510, but like I said, guys, this is a big base. This is a really big base, and a big base breaks out to big gains. And so I'm really expecting a much higher price rise than 510. Take some profits along the way, guys. Reduce your size. Don't forget to take profits, because if you just wait for the last final target to take all your profits, you know, you might not get there, and you might be late to the party. So don't forget to take profits at smaller levels. Take off a third of your position or half of your position. Okay, don't get greedy. So that looks good. Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's see how that crash panned out. Bitcoin had a similar experience, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to the upside without any downside, and then all of a sudden we just broke through like a madman to like 11,500 almost on Bitstamp, and you know, that just looked like a blow off. I mean, after 4 candles to have like an extreme green candle it just looks dangerous, right? And so yeah, what you had was Bitcoin crossing 10,000, and that brought in buyers as well as people covering short positions, and that just took the price to 11,500 really quickly, and it was just an insane pop, and it was a blowout top, and you just had everyone taking profits and selling out as fast as possible, and that just crashed. I don't know, 11,000 to, how much is that? Let's check out. TradingView has this cool feature where you can just press shift and move the mouse and you get the gain and the price as well as the percentage. 20% in a matter of minutes. Now I am not 100% sure, but I think that might be the largest, fastest price drop in Bitcoin history. It's pretty close. I had a look. I mean, look at that candle. Pretty massive candle. In the end, it ended up being a spinning top, right? And that means there was literally no movement in the candle at the end. The price basically finished. The price closed at the same place where it opened. So pretty amazing. And now what we're seeing the next day is actually another green candle. We've actually broken out above that level. So right now it looks pretty healthy. If we zoom in on the 60-minute chart, we can see that we shot up incredibly fast from 9,800 to 11,400. In one day we went up 2,000 bucks, which was, I don't know, 25% in a day. And then the same day we crashed back down back to 9,000. So more than another 25% drop, and then we've bounced back. Now this could be a dead cat bounce, right? We could have a bearish flag here and we could see further downside, or we could have shaken out the weak sellers, bounced off this support level here, and we might see further upside. And that's what we have to watch today. We have to see how price develops. Is it going to be a bear flag, or is it going to be a breakdown and V reversal, bounce off that support level? So with Ethereum, we have a pretty good idea that we bounced off that support, I think, and we can put our bias. I'm biased in that bullish direction. However, on Bitcoin, we don't have really such a clear support level. I mean, I would say support is more down in this area around 8,000, 8,500, and short-term support might be up here at 10,000, but stronger support down here around 7,500 to 800, and we could easily come back and retest that level and bounce back up. But right now, I mean, Bitcoin is just strong. It's in parabolic mode, so it might just hold that 10,000 level. If it holds that 10,000 level, then we might see prices head back up to 11,000 or 12,000. So let's look at another chart of Bitcoin with more notation. I think, yeah, as long as we're above that 8,000 level, we can be more bullish. And if we're above 10,000, then I think we can be regular, slightly bullish. And I don't know if that's a great trading level unless you're trading on a smaller short-term time frame. If you're trading on a 60-minute chart or 30-minute chart, then you can make some trades. But just one caveat, I mean, look at this volatility. It's pretty rough. It's rough waters. It's just not the best trading environment. So again, I would stick to something that has more defined levels like Ethereum than a Bitcoin that is really just going parabolic and kind of in its own world at the moment. Okay, let's check out the large caps, the Litecoins, the Dash coins, the Ripples, the Moneros, and we just seem similar. I mean, when Bitcoin goes wild, then it just seems like everything kind of goes wild, right? And we have, again, that volatility, similar to Bitcoin, where we had a big crash, huge crash. Again, might have been one of the biggest crashes in history, and now we're consolidating sideways in a range. But another good sign, it looks like we bounced off this support level here and this moving average, which is the 20 moving average. Those moving averages sometimes come in as support levels like they did here and other places as well. So we're bouncing off of that, and we might see more volatility, but I think, again, things are looking bullish overall. There's no reason to think that we're going to see pullbacks that last more than a couple days. Great example here in Monero as well. Just like Ethereum, we bounced through that resistance, we consolidated, we broke out of this consolidation, and that looked really good. But then we had this crash candle, just a double, like a pipe top. It even looked like, right? A pipe top means we have one candle up, one candle down, and that's a great reversal signal, or in this case a bad signal for us, because that is a very bearish sign. The price was bought up, but then price was, just ripped back down. But it could just be a knock-on effect from Bitcoin's crash, and we still don't really know exactly how these things are behaving to each other. But what we do know is that Monero bounced off that support level, and now it's heading back up. So I see this as, at the moment, more healthy than unhealthy. Of course, volatility is unhealthy, but that's just how things work in this market at the moment, because there's no liquidity, and we crash back to that support level on the 60-minute chart. Here you can see a bit more how that support level works. We have a lot of action down here, and that creates a memory where when that price returns into that support level, we have buyers waiting to buy it back up, and that's what happened. Buyers bought this price back up, and right now we're bouncing off that level. So the question is, will we break down, right? Do we have enough power? Is there enough negative energy to break through that support level? Or are we going to consolidate some more and bounce off of that support level? Or are we just going to see a V reversal and just, that train's leaving the station right now? I guess that's what we're looking for in the coming days, right? Ripple, again, another coin, another breakout that I was really waiting for, that I have been waiting for a while. We've attempted to break out of this level. Actually, let me use Poloniex. It's a nicer chart. We've been waiting really to break out of this consolidation for quite a while, and I really thought yesterday might have been the day to break out. I mean, we've tested this 1, 2, 3 times, and now here we are, 4th time's the charm, I thought, and I thought we were going to get out and break out to higher prices. But what happened? Same thing. We just crashed right back down, and we're still in this consolidation range. But we haven't really cracked the bottom level. We haven't even touched that bottom level. And if we look on the RSI, we did reach overbought conditions, which again means there is strong momentum for buying. And in fact, every time we've tested that upper trend line, we have hit overbought conditions, and I think that's a good sign overall. It just needs some more digestion, and when we finally get a breakout, I think this is another big one, like Ethereum, a pretty huge base, and that means higher prices. And that's why I like Ripple better than Bitcoin, for example, because Bitcoin is just going parabolic and we might see a pullback, but I think Ripple has potential to see bigger gains up to this 43 level and a much stronger consolidation pattern, so you can get in early and not just chase. And finally, let's take a look at some of the smaller coins, the altcoins, and I've been having some fun with fun, and let's see where we are with fun. So I called that breakout of this downward trend line, and we had a nice pop to 35, so 50% rise, but then we just pulled back down and we're going sideways. A lot of these altcoins they just kind of follow Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin crashes, they crash. So when Bitcoin's doing well, the altcoins give you a chance for alpha, some bigger, more outsized returns. But when Bitcoin's going sideways, I think altcoins also perform well. But when Bitcoin's crashing, it seems like these altcoins also don't really have their own will. They just kind of follow Bitcoin, and in fact they just crash even more. So got to be careful with these altcoins. Always stay small. It's the name of the game. And we're going to watch these altcoins also for signs of strength, because they're doing the same thing. They're bouncing off of these support levels after crashing, and will they return to their upward trends? So that's what we're watching, guys. In the coming hours and day, we are looking for positive bounces off of support levels. We're looking for a healthy digestion of these gains that we've seen in the last couple weeks, and we're going to keep an eye out for any weaknesses in price. If we start breaking through these support levels on any of these coins, that's going to be a sign that there might be lower prices to come. So stay small, take your profits early, and make sure to honor your stops, those support levels, and honor your targets. Take your profits. Alright guys, please support me by clicking through the affiliate links. Make a tip in my tip jar below the video. Leave me a comment, send me a message. Until next time, peace.